Hey, what's up, friends? I'm C Love. Happy birthday or anniversary if you've got one of those today. I sure appreciate you stopping by my channel. In my last video, I showed you how to make these mind-bending floating wine bottle holders. These turned out to be a big hit, so I took the time and made some more using some curly ambrosia maple that I had. You can see the figure in these pieces is really amazing, and I was super happy with how they all turned out. I've got a pile of scraps that seems to continuously grow because it's next to impossible for me to throw away any cutoffs at all. I never know when I'll need a test piece for a new finish I'm trying out, or for laser engraving, or for making a new jig. The possibilities are endless, so I keep pretty much all of my scraps. This works to my benefit because when I get a great idea for something made out of lumber that has been waiting to go to the dumpster, I'll be ready to go. I had several pieces of cedar wood that had just been sitting outside for like 9 weeks or something because I just didn't have a use for it, until I did. I took the time to mill up some rough cut pieces so that when I get done, I'll have these awesome patio tables from my good buddy Michael who runs the car wash near where I live. When I drive by, I always see people sitting in the chairs that he has put out there, but I felt like a table was needed, so I made it a couple of these 16 by 20 inches for my friends to have a place to put their things while they watch this video. This is a fantastically simple build, and I only used wood glue and an 18 gauge brad nailer, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Come on, let's take a look. I tend to do things in whatever order I want to, and not the order that makes the most sense, so I'll start off by cutting all the pieces that I need to make 4 L-shaped legs and 4 squares. My leg pieces are 2.5 inches and 1.5 inches wide, an inch thick, and they are 21.5 inches tall. The pieces to make my squares are 16 inches long and 20 inches long, and they are 2 inches wide and an inch thick, and they have a 45-degree miter cut on both sides. Those miter cuts make things look nice and fancy. Next is the obligatory video clip of me sanding whatever it is that I'm working on. Make sure and wear your dust mask and earplugs while doing this part. Once I've got all my pieces ready to put together, I'll start with the legs by gluing the back of the 1.5 inch piece and attaching it to the 2.5 inch piece by putting 5 brad nails in each leg. I think this should be enough to hold them together sufficiently. Take the time to line up everything properly before clamping together and setting your nails. After that, I'll move inside to my kitchen counter that has plywood on it to assemble the 2 squares that will hold up the legs and give the table shape. Make sure you have a great friend named Juan that will 3D print you some corner brackets so that you can breeze through the assembly process. These were a real lifesaver and worked exactly as I needed them to. Most of you likely won't have access to these corner brackets, so again, take the time to make sure your pieces are in proper alignment before you shoot your nails in there. At this stage, it's probably going to be best to seal these components with not sponsored Rust-Oleum satin clear or crystal clear enamel. This is an exterior protectant and should give my tables a little more life while getting beat down by the sun and other elements. I think you may even be able to seal these before you glue the legs and squares together. I'm not sure, and I'd actually love to hear from you in the comments section if you can advise us on this, but definitely do not wait to assemble the table and then seal it. That was not fun at all. After that is dried, it's finally time to start putting these babies together. I'll use my 3D printed corner brackets again and not properly line up all the tops of the legs with the top of the table, so one of these turned out just the slightest bit wonky. It's not anything the Orbital sander can't fix though. These tables definitely aren't perfect, but I don't anticipate anyone putting their baby on here, so I should be okay. I used wood glue where the wood touches each other at the top and covered the surface of the leg and attached it with several brad nails. These tables came out pretty sturdy despite my lack of perfect craftsmanship. I measured 4.5 inches from the bottom of each leg, and that was where I put the bottom of the bottom square for my tables. This seemed like a good distance, and I'm just kind of eyeballing this build anyways, so it looked good to me. Once they were sealed and assembled, this is what they looked like. I decided to put a cross brace in there just in case someone did decide to put their baby on there, and somewhere along the way, that third one over there came to life too. I'll go hang out with another woodworker and great friend of mine who is far more talented than I am named Scott, so we can laser engrave the tops of these gems and finish them up. This is a super fun process and one that is still pretty new to me, but it has limitless potential, so I'm sure I'll end up getting one of my own of these sooner or later. Of course, I need to seal these pieces as well, and then it will be as simple as attaching them with a couple more brad nails each. I cut the tops for 2 of these tables going widthwise and one of them going lengthwise just to see what they would look like. I also made them a little larger than 16 by 20 that the top square is. The tabletops measure 18 by 22 and you can achieve this by simply deciding which way you want to lay your boards and then cutting them accordingly. As I said earlier, I'm using mostly firewood to put these together, so I had to use several pieces for the tops. Alright, all finished. Solid A+. If you're still watching and wondering which table you're sitting next to right now, this is the time to look and see. I'll be back in about a month with hopefully a new workbench for my tiny apartment. I'm running out of space and it's time to upgrade. If you found this video inspiring at all, please consider subscribing to my channel to be notified about more simple woodworking projects that I have on the way. Please share this video with a friend and let me hear from you in the comments section. I always love a good conversation. Thanks for your support.